Good morning. Let me introduce myself. I create form from the alphabet. I create form in games. I create form in numbers through various manipulation, either through the artwork, the understanding of the diometrics. And what is a diometric to me? I'd like to see, do you have any of my information on the wall other than my parents still alive today? Never introduced them before. Oh my God, if my father knew he was being on TV. Oh my God. Did you know that the reverse alphabet of TV is 2022? The 20th letter is T and the 22nd letter is V. It's also what is 5775. Now, what is 5775? Right, let me see if this okay. See, depending how I hit the lights. Right. So what is 5775? So I give formation. I created what I call the star system mathematics and the readjustment of understanding of making numbers perfect. So this is what I want to talk about today. I've been here for 18 years. I'm almost 19 years. About 13 years doing videos. I had thought that no one's going to look through my 500-600 books that I wrote and understand them without full explanation. Like on this side, right, the understanding and full explanation I use from this cube or Rubik's Cube or the face of a calculator or your keyboard. If there's something that was created in this world that is normally, which I like to use as a great percentage or a low percentage or an in-between percentage, it's going to explain that element. Now this is deep, 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 deep. If you want to talk about the 6 days of creation, there's 1,440 minutes in a day. 6 times is 8640. There's 8640 minutes in a day. And the sun is 108 times the size of the earth. And if I get that right, 108 times whatever that number is will equal to this number over here, which is the sun. This is also what is 432, which is our Hertz vibration. Where does the 80 go to? Does it go into the cube? I don't know yet, but 80 comes from a constellation. It comes from a constant of numbers, which is 8. 8 and 8 return into 8. 8 reduces by 1 as 1 increases by 1. 9 never moves anywhere, so 9 is like 0, and 0 is like 9. But when you look at 9, it's inverted to 6. So now what is 6? What is 9? What is between 1 and 9? What is the average? The average in between is 5. So below 5 is 4 and above 5 is 6. So that would be 101 away from what the core is. Now what is that core? Well, if you want to use this, then that core is this, because in Roman numerals, and I use everything, this will tell me 4, 5, and 6. Same design, 4, 5, and 6. If I use the mathematics and multiply it, I get 20 plus 9 equals to 29. This is the star system math. If I do it the other way, I get 11 and 30 equaling to 41. 9 and 2, 11, which equals to 1 plus 1 equals to 2. 41, 4 times 1 equals to 4 plus 1 equals to 5. We end up with the two equations, 29. Birth in the house, the beta house, which will invert to what is 26. This one will create 18 and 11. This one will create 12 and 08, equaling to 29 again, equaling to 20. And the total is 49 equals to 8 equals to green. And there's other equations that will come out of this, but the ironic thing about this is 9 plus 2 equals to 11, 1 and 1 is 2. 2 is 2. So this equation also comes out to what is 22. 22 for go, 7 and 15. 22 for ape, 1 and 16 and 5, or 1, 7 and 5. What is that one spirit in the moon? It is the ape. What is electric? Is 75. Now when you bring things into formation of A, B, C, right? I shouldn't probably be here. I should just be showing you how I do my stuff. But when you bring into formation of A, B, C, A and B, okay, will equal to C, as 1 and 2 equals to 3. Now, A and B comes as a pair, so now you have 3. And you add D, you just add D. Over here, you add the fourth corner, and now you have your 360 degrees by 180 degrees by just adding D. What's ironic is that D is 4. So let's go 4.0. Okay, let's go A, B, C, D, gold, silver, bronze, RU, the angel. From the sky, 55, 39, 94, Uranus. 9 is in your birth, and it's also in Pluto. And 4 is in Mars. Just to note, Mars is area 51. Pluto is number 84. The total is 135, letters A, C, E, and also can be inverted to S-U-N. S is the 19th letter, U is the 21st letter, N is the 14th letter. 14 and 21 is 35, and 19 equals to 54. The numeric value for the sun, as well, it is love. But when you get the reverse alphabet to the sun, you will get the H, the F, and the M. And this is 8, 14, and 13. 8, 14, and 13 is 35. Did I get that right? 19 and 8, 6 and 21. Yes, I got that right. 13, 19, and 8, 27. So I knew I got that wrong. Is 27, equaling to a total of 81. This is Venus. This is fabricated, okay, from 99. 9 times 9 equals to 81. 9 plus 9 equals to 18. Are there any other numbers that work that way? There sure are. There's 22. 2 times 2 equals to 4. 2 plus 2 equals to 4. Are there any other numbers that work that way? I'm not sure. They must be out there. I'm not sure which one it is. But this is it. What numbers create other numbers, and what is that number? Where is it? So for those who are trying to figure out where I am I in Hollywood? Is it an art studio? No. Just what happened when I began to do this, I was impulsed to create what I was shown. By the way, that on the floor, even though you see happy and sad faces, right, which you might have seen over time around the world, that is actually the roulette board. That one is when they took the penny off the market. This one over here, right over here, is actually 2012. You see the 2 and the 5, right? 2012 in reverse could be 2015 or 5775. Creates 33 in the center. It's ironic that that number 57, the numeric value for the moon, right? The numeric value for the moon 5775 is also denoted if you look up orphan roulette on your look it up online. Obviously, look it up online. You will see orphan roulette, or if you go down to casinos all over the world. I'm not sure in which casino you'll have it, but if you do it right now, I'm quite sure you'll find it. That orphan roulette, the racetrack, they'll have 3 numbers, and the 3 numbers will be stated as this. Whoop, not that one. Don't want to spill my coffee again. Pieces and parts. Remember, pieces and parts. It comes in whole. You take it out of the box, you unfold it, you put in all the bolts, and you bring it back. Right? Any company coming for supper? Why do we have the opening? What is 75%? Right? Come in pieces and parts. I'm going to explain that piece and what I want to just show you about this. You see, we have 4. So we have 4. Right? There's 3 pieces here, and then there's 1 piece over here. If I put them all together, right, we'll end up with 4 pieces, right? If I put them the opposite, let me see which way I'm going to do this. Boy, yeah, we're going to start here. So we do here, and what did we do? And we do here, and we do here. We end up with that, and that can fit inside of here. So we end up with pieces and parts. Why gold, silver, bronze? Because it ends up to be first, it ends up to be second, it ends up to be third, and it ends up to be fourth. Only in fourth does TH begin. And when you go A, B, C, your next one is D. You have now AD. You have now AD. And then after A here, you will have B, and you will have E. They'll call it BC. Why would they call BC and E? BC. AD, BC. Once it begins to get mirrored, you have AD. Before that, you had BC. Regardless for that, the numeric value for gold is 38, silver is 85, bronze is 80. This is runner-up. I call it the angel because the numeric value for angel is 39, and the total of these two numbers is 39. Please note that when you look at R, it's almost like the U, because the U is the 21st letter. The R is 3 times 6. U is the 6th letter in gematria at the house of the 7th gate, where everything arrives at a point. Right over here. There are 2 7th gates. One is a G gate, one is a T gate, and that 5G TV. Where do you get that? 20, 22, 57, 75. And now I'm going to lose you because I'm going back onto something. I'm going to explain this to you. And what it is G is 7, T is 20. The reverse of T20 is G7. The reverse of V, which is 22, right? I just marked 2020. I don't know why. And that's V. So 5 is E, G is 7, 2022 is the 22nd, 24 equals to 42. It is now a gateway. 7 years later, from the year 5775, which is the Hebrew time, in which 7 and 5 is 12, and 7 and 5 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3, and 3. The time in the divided sun. The reason for that is it creates the numbers that will recreate the numbers of the sun. That's why I call it that. And also, it shows me in its artwork that 3 times 3 will equal to what looks like 9. And 3 plus 3 will equal to what looks like the piece of art 6. So when you create the basic, it turns into a fan mill. Now we cross over, and we cross over, and we make into the fan. One goes that way. So if we want, what should we do this way, right? Right? We can do it this way, right? When we start doing it this way, to keep it in a straight line, you'll notice the F will appear. One line seems to be shorter or longer than the other. But we're going to drag it down here like that, and drag this down here like that. Right? And we can keep continuing to build this. And then you can see we have this angle over here, the way it goes up like a staircase. So Seems like one staircase is going up from one side and the other one is shifted over. You can also go through these tunnels. We can recreate another tunnel here. So one tunnel in between two tunnels. So first we had two towers, and then we rebuilt the tower in the center of the towers over here. And then we sliced off the walls, and we sliced off the walls because of this, the connection with building 7 over here. Did I do that right? Let's see if I did that right. Let me see. Yes, I did that right. So we slice off the corner of this above and below. Anyways, I'm not sure if you can understand the design the way it is. Where am I next? Yes, we were talking about 88. So in star system math, what you do is you add and you multiply. So this will be 16 and 64, which will equal to 80. It's the only number that will go back into itself, right? Or one of the rare ones that I've found so far, because I've not finished this work. And for those who are, I just want to jump into something called blockchain and trying to make it go quicker and reduce it. Well, in numbers, they will show how blockchain, okay, can have a new code that will do everything much faster than it does it now. But first I have to understand a little bit more about blockchain and everything else. I just said that. I don't know why, but it just seemed I have a block, you know. Anyways, let's not get into that, right? You know, the chainsaw, you know, you can, I don't want to say this, but you see that? You see, if it was folded up, like our intestines, you can go for miles and miles and miles, yet we're not, right? Our intestines apparently are miles long, but no one's taller than 10 feet tall, as we know it, or 8 feet or 9 feet or whatever it is. Yet our intestines can go for miles. Things are compacted just like this. It's 26 pieces and a spindle that controls all of them. We break this apart, we throw it into area space, and it hovers there. Hovers, beat controlled by the 27th area, the house of bait. 3 times 9, 27. 3 plus 9 is 12. That is the beginning of our first reflection. Everything ends at 3, starting at 0, or 3.9, starting at 0, 1. 0, 1 is a whole, 0, 2 is a whole, 0, 3 is a whole. So you have 1, 2, 3. But the minute you pass 3, you're actually into 4. So when you say 40, what are you actually saying? Are you saying the completion is at 40? We're actually into 50. Let me explain that. Let's do this good. I just had my first birthday. How old are you? I'm 1 year old. Well, how old will you be tomorrow? I will be 101. So let's look at a can of anything we open, a can. We have a can with 7,000 beans in it. In order to get to 1 bean, we have to open the can. But when you open the can for 1 bean, you open the can for 7,000 beans. When you start the new year, you are starting the new year by opening the package of the whole year, the whole entity of the year, the first part of the year. Just give me 1 second. So yes, I was going to show you 5775, right? So let me put this back in the center. So when we turn over the wheel this way, right? So right here, you're going to get that number. Oh, I've passed it again. Let me see. Am I on the right side or? Oh no, I'm on the wrong side again. Sorry about that. Whoop. Where's 17? Okay, 1776. The 5157. Now I flip it to the other side right here. Okay, I got 31 and 9, 40. 62. Whoop. I get 1, 21, 35, and 31 is 65. No. I got 40, 54, 64, 74, 75. So I get 57, 75. 5775, when 5,775 years pass with 13 moons equals to 75,075. The numeric value for moon is 57. The numeric value for Heinz, and the letters are inverted from each other. I'm going to explain that word in a minute. Okay, let me just show it to you here. It's easier to show you. Now, I bring it into star system math when I'm done. This will equal to 35 and 12. This will equal to 35 and 12, equaling to 47, equaling to 47, equaling to the total of 94, 85, silver matrix. It's funny that matrix, and I spell Rubik's my way, Rubik's cube. I go fast when the information comes in faster. Sometimes I mess up. Is number 74, which is also energy. Because 77, okay, is matter. And 55 is sky, pass, freedom. In the Mother Nature, '51 and 28 in Mars, man, MO 28, TH 28, ER 23, 28, 23, 28, 28, 5, 33, 51, 66, 76, 79, 79, birth at the gate. 5 and 1, 6, 2 and 8, 1. First part of the mathematics. Woman is 66, sky pass is 55. The reason I add this in is because we have been told over the years, during the years that I've been alive, is that the freedom is at 55 and the word freedom is 66 and 61. We have to remove one E. We don't need to count it twice. So this is the free domed or dominion that we are in. The 5775 will equal to 75,075 moons when multiplied by 13. We can also multiply it by 4. I'm going to do that here. 5775 times 4 equals to 23,100, or 7700 times 3. Did I get that right? Yeah, that's right. That's the way that works. And now if we do it times 4, this is times 4. Did I get that right? Let me see that. Let me do that again. 5775 times 3 equals 5775 times 4 equals, right, okay. 5775 times 3 equals to 17,325. Now, what is this? Is that since we divide at the 7th gate, right, we have to understand above and below. So we have to multiply and we have to add and we have to figure out how they go in between. So we have that minus 231,000 equals to 5775, obviously, right? So 1 times 5775. Now the word hour in French is 57, and the word time in English is 47. Matter and energy, this is number 29. This is number 18, as 13 and 5. This will say ace, sun. The ace letter, if you want to look at it, depending on how you want to look at it, If you want to look at this as C or ACE, or if you want to just put this together, it would be D over C, 4 over 3, 1.333, or 3 divided into 4 is 75%. What happens is they take the house. Did I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I think it's 7 by 6. I'm not sure. And then they go ahead and they pull it apart right here. And this is closed off. And this is where we play. Or this is where we play, and all this is closed off in a division of what I understand is 60-40. If we're running time, 100% of time, we end up with 60 seconds. 40 seconds is missing. So let's see if it works mathematically. A plus B equals 3. Plus C3 equals 6. F. Now we add the 4, right? And that creates D. That creates the mirror, and that creates its own reflection. So as you can see, if you have a triangle, you have A, B, C, and then D starts over again, or you add D over here and it mirrors it. So what do? A, B, C, D, right? You go A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. So what do you do next? You go halfway back and call it E, and then F, G, H, I, and then J is in the center. So you now have in the center is JE, and that says I, like an IM. This is the federation, 4, 5, and 6. So we did the moons. I showed you the electric. Now the next point of this is once you get to 57, you must divide it by 3, which will equal to 19, and that's your base creation. Now, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do the multiplication of this, because 4 by 19 equals to what is 68, and that is the house. I've never divided 57 by 4, but I know it's going to equal to 14 times 4 plus 4. Did I get that right? 14 times 4. Oh, no, plus 1. Sorry. 14 times 4 plus 1. Now, if you do notice, there's 1,440 minutes in a day, one all the way counting to 1440 will be 1441. 1441 times 1440 equals to 207540. I forget what that's supposed to mean, but it's inside the, this is the basic house 20, right? You double it up to 40. The same way we go these 2 here, and then we end up going out and we're getting 4 over here. So that's what it's like. We're going from one side to the other side, and we're passing through the electric moon. 0, 75, 50, 40. 70, 20, 50, 40. The only ones you don't have in here, or that you do not see, is 10, 30, 60, 80, and 90. 10, 30, 60, 80, and 90. Born the light of creation into the house of JC. This is JC. The beginning of your counting is 136. Just to note, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6. Anyways, I'm not sure what I left out, what I didn't left out, but I will tell you another thing, that when you have A, you also have this line. And if you have that line, I can do that, because I also have that line. Or, since I have this line, I can also do that. And since I have this line, I can turn it sideways, and then I can do that. And since I have this line, I can use it at my H and do that. But actually, I like to use the dividing of I. Can I get this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll divide it here. I'll come down over here, and I'll use the same amount of lines. So now we're going to have this opening here and this opening here. So now we sort of have to understand, what are we going to do with that opening? Should I run my legs in or not, like I'm Here's my one eye, and I'm hanging, right? I'm hanging in 3 different worlds. So now I have a left-sided ace and a right-sided ace, and I am in between the 2 worlds. Hung on a string, Marionette, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I didn't get to do what I actually wanted to do, but I'll be back again. Thank you for watching this video. The truth will set us free.